All right, so here we are. Last that we left off was we on the 24th of June here. We were able to deliver to the corner bookstore, right? That's what we last left off. We finished recording the sales and then adjusting our inventory. So now here's the next scenario. Super A Market decides to submit an order. Okay, so here's sales order number 107, Super A. And guess what they did? They also gave us, right, they were quoted for $920.35. They also, Super A Market also sends us a check number 884 for $460.18 for advanced payment. Okay, for advance payment and of course for this particular order. So what do we do if we received an advance payment for something that they were paying for in advance for this particular order? Say that again.
Doesn't go into prepaid accounts.
Now, prepaid accounts is when we make an advance payment.
So deposit.
Now, do we? Okay, now let's go over that. You think you were saying it's an asset, right? How is that an asset to us? We're getting money out of this. How is them making a deposit to us an asset for us? It does go into our checking, yes, because we received money. But this is an advanced payment for services we are. When do we have to complete this order by? We have to complete it by June 27th. So in this case, this is an order, right? It's a big order. But we're not scheduled to complete it until the 27th of June. And right now, it's only the 24th of June. Okay. So in this case, right, a customer has paid me advanced for services that I have yet to complete. Because this is just an order, right? They're giving me a down payment to ensure that I do complete this order.
Because we owe them the service or the product, so it's a liability.
Correct, right? Because if they're giving us money, what does that mean to us? We owe them something, right? Because they already gave us an advance payment. They already paid for services that haven't even been completed yet. So oftentimes when a customer does that, or if we require a down payment, that means we owe them something, or verse and reverse, right? They owe me something, right? So in this case, because it's a customer that's putting in the giving us the customer deposit, right? They're giving us the advance payment. We now technically owe them service. If not, we owe them their money back. So let's take a look. What kind of liability would this be in our chart of accounts?
Unearned income.
Unearned revenue. So let's see. What account number is unearned revenue?
2600.
Unearned revenue, 26,000. So in this case, we are required to owe them for some services. In this case, we owe them products, but it's not scheduled until the 27th to complete. Okay? So 26,000. So how am I going to journalize this, right?
Well, it goes into that. Since it's a liability, that will be our credit fund.
That will be our credit. Mm-hmm.
And the check goes into checking
Right.
or debit.
Correct, because in this case we received money
Right.
for 460.18, right? Which is a 50% down payment. So 640.18 is what they gave me an advance payment for. Okay? On this sales order. And I'm going to recognize unearned revenue. For that same exact amount, 460.80. Okay? And what else do I need to include for my description?
You put Super A Market. Order number 107. Down payment and the check number.
Check number 884.
And we need to put our terms in there. No, we don't on that one, do we? Yeah, we do.
No, not necessarily because we haven't invoiced them yet. But actually, I'm gonna replace down payment with advance payment. Okay.
Yeah, because we didn't request it,
Right.
so it doesn't make a difference.
Yes. Advance payment for 50. It doesn't really, but to me, I want to make that change. All right. So again, it's an advance payment. Okay. Check number 884. Okay.
And then we need to go to our deposits because that will have to be deposited. Not right now, of course, but today.
Mm-hmm. So check number 884. Okay, for 460.18. Okay.
And then we need to go to general journal. Our general ledger.
Mm-hmm. No worries, I got you.
And in checking,
Excuse
I
me.
would put the sales order number along with the check number used.
Sure. I could say received advance payment. Check number 884, sales order number 107.
And we're on page 14 still, aren't we?
I believe so. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh no, we are on page 15. Actually, no, wait. Sorry, my bad. I scrolled down too far. Yes, we are still on the very bottom of page 14.
I knew we were getting close. So.
Yes, we were getting close. All right, so we got $460.18. And yet, we are still in the negative, and it's the 24th. So, already, that's not looking too good.
No.
So, 2,000.
Liability.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me hide this. Okay, and then we go to liabilities.
Unearned income or revenue.
Here you go, unearned revenue. June 24th.
See, the advance payment, check 884. And 14, and that would be a credit of 460.18.
460.18.
Now, we need to, sales orders are on the subsidiary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we go to subsidiary, and I would get the sales order next. For Super A Market.
Okay, let's see what Super A Market wanted from us. Looks like they want Supreme Coffee, regular coffee, and ceramic coffee mugs. So I can copy some. Okay. But this time they want how many of each?
75 pounds of regular,
50,
55 pounds of Supreme, and 80,
5.
50,
I think it was
mugs.
85 bucks.
85, yeah.
So 75, 55, and 85, and a plus 1 delivery charge. So let's see what they are quoted for.
46.75, 219.45, 425.15, and 30.
So they're going to owe us in grand total $920.35, which is correct.
Okay, and then go to the vendors.
Not vendors,
Customers,
customers.
and find Super A. And I would put on their advance payment check 884, sales order 107. Page 14, terms are 110 net 20.
In this case, we haven't invoiced them yet.
Yeah, so we don't do that. Go over to payment.
Okay. What else do we need to have? Because if I put in my payment right here for 460.18, what
We need
happens to my
9,
formula?
10, 20, 30.
If I put in, did I actually sell them 9, 20,
No.
35?
No. So we have, that says that we got the advance payment though, right?
Right. But we have to, what, in this case, right, I can't apply my advance payment because I haven't billed them yet.
There is advance pay there.
What was that?
So instead of putting in payment, we put in advance pay.
That's going to do the same exact thing because check this out. If I were to do the same exact thing, 460.18, it's still going to show me that I have a negative balance in there, and it looks like they paid off their very first.
Right.
Is that true?
No.
No.
But don't you have to put the amount that's on the sales order or the sales amount? Because that's what they're advance paying on.
Yes, but did we bill them for the entire amount?
No.
No. What should your sales order actually say? If they were trying, they got the quote, so they decided to pay us. So what should our sales order should say? that they would technically owe us if they are trying to pay us right now?
It should. I'm trying to put that together in my head. Sorry, give me a minute.
No worries. So you are correct right here that there should be a payment because, yes, it's true. We received a check. But in this case, right, we have to treat our sales order as if this is what they owe me, if they're making an advance payment. So in this case, I have to recognize that on that sales order per se, not the invoice, right? I haven't give them their invoice yet. I have to wait till I deliver the product to them to give them their invoice. And then I can apply the advance payment on there. So therefore, this sales order is going to say that I charged them $460.18, and they paid me $460.18.
Okay.
That way, look, it says that they don't owe me anything, which is true, until I bill them. Then they're going to show up how much they do really owe me after applying that advance payment. And they still owe me for the previous invoice 103. So
So
those,
then we note that on the sales order so that we're aware that that was. Do we note it on the sales order itself?
we don't have to, because again, the sales order needs to tell us how much they're ordering from us, right? So this, for example, will tell me that they received an advance payment, but it was for the sales order, not the invoice. Got it?
So when we just send them their invoice, then we got to be able to go back to the subsidiary and get that out as well as the sales order.
Correct. So
Okay.
so once we deliver the product to them, then we can apply their advance payment, and it's going to show up on their invoice, right? That their advance payment of the $460.18 should be applied, and we would have to put that in our subsidiary ledger as well. So yes,
Okay.
this just tells me that they
That's
paid
where
me.
we're doing it manually.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. That's it, isn't it?
Yes. Right. We did the ledger. We did the subsidiary ledger. And the sales order, right? And we haven't completed the order yet, so Albert's not going to get his money until he completes the job.
And we put the check in the deposit.
Correct.
So I think we've got it covered.
Good. All right. So now that I got the Super A to pay me 50% advance payment on the order, let's see what happened next. Here, it's the 24th. Since this is what we know, right? We know from the sales order that we need to make sure that we have enough coffee coming in, right? Right now, we're selling them, and when we sell them, and especially when we use them in stores, we're using about almost roughly 50 pounds per round, right? So now we need to consider that we need to order more coffee and definitely order more mugs, because in this case, they already took in one whole order of ceramic coffee mugs, right? Because the last order that we did was 80 coffee mugs, right? They already took out our whole entire batch of inventory right then and there by just this order. So we need to make sure that we have enough materials to provide to be able to give Super A their order on time. So that's why we're going to go ahead and do a couple more purchase orders here so we can have them arrive on time, just in enough time for us to be able to sell the product to them. Okay. So first one we got here is, again, to Atlas Coffee Importers for 125 pounds of regular coffee and 125 pounds of Supreme Coffee, giving us a grand total of $372.50. And then our second purchase order is going to be for those All Things Ceramics. This time we're going to be making a purchase of 100 ceramic coffee mugs. Per item is going to be $2.50. So therefore, it's going to be a total of $250. Right? So let's go ahead and plug those into our purchase orders here, so we can have some peace of mind that we have some coffee coming along the way, and we purchased enough to cover this person's order. Okay. All right, so let's see, purchase order here. Purchase order number 7313 is to Atlas Coffee. And we want to make sure that we purchased our coffees. Okay, 125 pounds, but this time let's see. For the regular coffee, it's $1.38, and then for the Supreme coffee, it is $1.60. Okay. Grand total's $372.50, like it's quoted. Okay. And then we got the ceramic coffee mug. So again, we got to purchase from All Things Ceramics. Okay. For the mugs, this time we are ordering 100 of them, and they are currently $2.50. So therefore, your total purchase order is quoted for $250. Okay. All right, so now that those orders are placed in there, we now have our daily sales. And guess what? This time, our grand opening sales is over. We no longer have any sales discounts because we can no longer afford to discount our coffee anymore. So now that we got our group of individuals who are liking our coffee and maybe coming back, and then we got a few groups of people who are new to our to our store. So here we have sold a total 251 regular coffees, medium, and then we have our large regular coffees. We sold 182 of them. And for our medium Supreme coffees, we sold 252, and then we sold 199 of the large Supreme coffees, and we sold 10 ceramic coffee mugs. And then here we got taxed $200.93, giving us a grand total of $2,636.49. So,
we're in the hole.
well, we don't know that because again, the bank institute's going to be doing that, right? This money may not be transferred in right away, so we'll just have to wait and see. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I barely have enough space. Yes, I barely have enough space. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in this case, I barely have enough space, but I'm just off by 1. And in this case, that will be the exception. If you're doing on 1 or 2 lines, you can just insert it. It's not going to be too much of a problem. But if you're trying to insert like 3 whole lines, no. Do not do that. Okay? Now there you go. So in this case, I have to split up my sales here because I don't have a sales discount anymore. Did I really miscount? There should be 2, 4, 5, 6 plus 1 for checking. 7. Oh, I did miscount, so I didn't even need to add that extra line. I would have had enough anyway, so I'll just delete it. Okay, there you go. And then, of course, I have checking. Okay, I'm going to put an equal sum here because that's the only thing I'm going to be collecting here. So instead of having to do my debits and credits here, I can just simply sum up my total credits here, and that should equal out to my total debits. Okay, so in this case, how much for each sale?
Regular medium was $4.99.49. Regular large is $544.18. Medium supreme is $627.48. Large supreme is $694.51. Ceramic mugs is $69.90. Sales tax is $293.
And I should get a grand total of $26.36.49. Is that correct? $26.36.49. Good. No typos there. Okay.
Okay, so we go to the general ledger in assets checking, in-store sales, page 14, for a total of $26.36.49.
So I barely recovered from my debt, and I made it out with $584.98. So, yay, we are out of the negative. Okay.
And then the revenue, medium regular, on the 24th, we sold, oh shoot, a whole bunch, I remember.
251. Excuse me, 251.
And it is $4.99. Go back to the other and I'll take a quick picture so I can see them. Oh. It was $4.99.49, and then we go to regular large.
Hold on. So that should give us 2286.51. Okay.
And we have 182 cups for $544.18.
That should give you $2,894.32. Okay.
And then supreme medium, we have 252 cups on page 14 for $627.48.
That should give you $2,910.81.
Large supreme, we have 199 cups. Page 14 for $694.51.
That should give you a total of $3,280.60.
And then coffee mugs. There they are. And we sold 10 on page 14 for $69.90.
So that should give you a total of $895.47.
And then in liabilities, we have sales tax payable. In-store sales, page 14 for $293.
$293. Okay, and that should give you a grand total of tax you collected to be $821.19.
Okay. And that's got all of those on there. We need to go back and put the deposit in on
Okay.
the general fund.
I'm just prepping ahead of time.
Right.
So we are officially now on the new page, 15. Okay. So you said you want to do the deposits, okay, for
And
in-store sales for 263649.
49, yeah. And that will go in today, so that would be today's date. Slip 9. And we would add the 99.54, the 460.18, and the
Okay. Grand total $3,196.21.
okay. So so we go back to the journal, and I'm going to let somebody else do the inventory part.
All right. So here, right, we have in-store use, right? Let me see. We recorded the sales. We deposited the money. We put it in the ledger. So yes, so now we have to do inventory. So in this case here, in-store use, we use a total of 39.5 pounds of regular coffee and 41.5 pounds of Supreme coffee. Okay. So 39.5 of regular, 41.5 of Supreme. Right? 39.5 at currently $1,632,677, right? How much will that give you for a total cost of goods sold for 39.5 pounds? In this case, Excel picked it up for me and automatically calculated to be $64.49. All right. So how many pounds should I have left over?
$123.
$123. And what's
For
my total cost?
$200.82.
$200.82. Awesome. Okay, so here my average cost has increased. Okay. So 64.49. Supreme coffee, I used 41.5 pounds, right? So in this case, at what price?
$1.84 from the second batch or the third batch.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Third one, yes. So in this case, what's my total here?
Um,
41.5 pounds at $1.84.
$76.36.
$76.36. Good. Okay, so let's go update our inventory.
So we have 20 pounds and a half left from the one we used.
20.5 pounds. Let's go ahead and insure 114.08 minus 76.36 should leave you with 37.62. So that's correct. Okay, so we now have a grand total of 145.5 pounds left at 270.22. 270.22. And let's see here. So we used 76.36 of the Supreme, and we used 64.49 for the regular. Okay, so
So we can go to general ledgers on the cost of goods sold. It's 64.49. So I have a grand total of $608.93.
good.
And for the Supreme coffee, it's 41 and a half for the price of 76.36. And grand total is now $645.78 for the page 15.
Good.
And then we can go to the asset and update the inventory there. Coffee, coffee, coffee. We used 39.5 pounds used. on page 15, and, it was 64.49, and now balance is $200.82, which is matching the inventory.
Was it 82? I thought it was 83 cents. Let's see. Yeah, 82 cents. Okay. Okay. And then the last one.
And then the spring we have 624. We use 41.5 pound on page 15, and we use $76.36. The balance is $270.22,
Good.
which is also inventory. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And then the transition we needed to record.
Good. So now it is the 25th of June, and we need to pay Haley Bros invoice number 351 for the brewer and grinder. Awesome. We got to pay Haley Bros. Okay, so here is their invoice for one coffee brewer, coffee grinder for the $2,266 and the $1,249.95, so on and so forth. Okay, so here's your total due, $2,634.15. So in this case, how do I record that I'm gonna pay Haley Bros?
Debit accounts payable and credit checking.
Okay.
For 2634 and change. Or 15.
Good, right? 26, 34, 15. Now, am I gonna be writing a check for that same exact amount?
Yes, because that's the total amount due still.
Well, let's take a look at my subsidiary ledger.
Oh, yeah.
Haley Bros. Okay, I'm gonna make a payment to Haley Bros, whatever you want to call them. So here it tells me that I owe Haley Bros that $2,634.15, right? I'm gonna make a payment to this one. Now, is that all I'm paying?
Oh, it's the 25th, so we get our discount.
We get to take advantage of our discount if we paid within X amount of days. And guess what? Today's the 25th. Today's the last day that we can pay to get a 1% discount. So in this case, no, I'm not going to be cutting a check for $26.34.15. I'm going to be cutting a check significantly less, right? Because I'm taking advantage of that 1% discount. Now,
And
this
you take 1% off of the total amount of the invoice, right? Or is it off of the amount we owe?
Well, what does the invoice say? Was there anything else charged?
No, but we did do a down payment.
Okay, that's not going to take into effect how much was
So
was sold.
there was tax. We don't get it off of that.
No, we
So we
cannot,
take it off.
absolutely cannot take off tax.
So we take it off the subtotal,
Okay.
correct?
Yes.
Or do we? So we, since we don't, we get the 1% off of the full amount though of the subtotal, right?
Correct.
Okay, all right. That's what I wasn't sure on because we did make a down payment. So
In this
okay,
case, this is what they offered, a 1% discount off of the entire sales.
gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, what I wanted to make sure on.
Hmm.
Okay, so in our sales discount thingamabob here on the subsidiary, we can figure out what our discount is. So the 25th, yeah,
How much am I getting the discount off of?
35. Shoot, I forgot. Sorry. 35, 15.95. And it's 1%.
Okay.
Okay. So
How much am I supposed to be paying?
you'll pay 25. Yeah.
25.98.99. And that should give you your entire balance to be written off for that 26.34.15. Now, right? Let's go ahead and record that I have a discount. Right? Because right now I can't finish my subsidy ledger because I haven't written out my checkout yet. So now that I
Right.
established what my numbers are, 25.98.99 and 35.16 for my discount, right?
Then we go back to the general journal.
Okay, so I got 25.98.99.
And we also have to put in the oh, what did it? It's not a sales discount.
It's definitely not a sales discount. This is
No.
not our customer.
I'm trying to put in my head what the discount is on it.
Okay, so we already recognize it cannot be a sales discount because
Right.
this is not our customer. This is our vendor.
So it would be over in the expense or the liability. There's a discount thing.
You said there's a discount in liabilities?
No, in the well, the discount. No. Where is?
I
Let
don't
me do the.
I don't see
My,
any discount there in liabilities. You said and
okay,
then expenses.
purchase discount.
Now, what do I use purchase discount for?
Now, that's for when we're buying something.
Well, what did I use? What do you mean by
Yeah.
that?
So it was a purchase of ours. It's a purchase discount, isn't it?
In general terms, if you're using the purchase expense to purchase anything and everything, then yes, you would use a purchase discount. But in this case, what did I use my purchase expense for?
We only use that with our inventory.
We only used it for our inventory. So, did I record my purchase of the coffee brewer and coffee grinder as a purchase expense?
No.
No. So I can't use purchase discounts because that is directly linked to, it's a contra account to your purchase expense account.
I'll find the one on here somewhere.
What did I buy from Hallie's Bros?
We bought equipment, didn't we?
We bought equipment, and what is equipment categorized as? Is it a current asset? Is it a fixed asset, or is it a other asset?
Equipment's a fixed asset.
It's a fixed asset, correct. Now in this case, right? If I recognize these as my fixed assets, that means I recorded them in those respective fixed assets at full price. Am I paying full price for these items?
No.
No, I'm paying them at a discounted price, right? Because I met the terms. So I deserve this 1% discount because I'm making a payment right then and there. So if I recorded my items in those respective accounts at full price, where am I going to be taking my discount out from?
Out of those, the equipment main ones, the brewer and the grinders.
Exactly. So in this case, that means I have to figure out how much is going to be taken out from the coffee brewer and how much is going to be taken out from the coffee grinder. So therefore, there's a split. There's a split for the discount. So we have coffee brewer and we have the coffee okay. And I believe, let's see what our counts. I think they're 15, 15, 15, 10.
And 150, 20.
Okay, so that's why I had the invoice on here because
Right.
we need to figure out how to distribute that 1% discount.
So the brewer's discount would be $22.66.
So how did you figure that out? You just multiplied them by 1%?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do equal round. So I should have $22.66 for the coffee group brewer and $12.50 for the coffee grinder. Is that equivalent to how much you discounted on the subsidiary ledger? For 35.16. Is that what I calculated my discount to be?
Yes.
Good. 35.16. So there you go. Now you know how much you're going to take out from your coffee brewer and how much you're going to take out from your coffee grinder. So in this case, $22.16 and $12.50. And of course, you can also run your formula one more time, just so then you don't have to do it twice. That did my total credits equal $26.34.15, which it does, right? Which is the amount that I am billed for. All right. So how should my description be? Well, first we gotta write a check.
Yeah. What did we end up with the check being? There we go. Okay.
$25.98.
99. And it
99.
goes to Haley Brothers.
Yep, and it goes to Haley Brothers.
And it's payment of invoice. I don't see what invoice. Okay.
Yeah, for $3.51.
Yeah, 1526 is the check number.
Okay.
So we would put in there Haley Brothers payment invoice 351, check number 1526.
And I'm also going to say,
Yeah, receive the sale or the discount. Yeah. Okay.
all right, so now,
Go to the general ledgers.
okay,
And in liabilities, accounts payable, payment invoice 351, check number 1526. Page 15, yeah, and we debit 2634.15.
so you're now down to $5,738.05. So good job. We're paying off our bills. Right?
That's nice. And then we
Yes.
go to assets. Checking is for um, check number 1526, page 15 for 2598.99.
Bad thing is we're putting ourselves in the hole for making all these payments. So no bueno now. We were doing so good, but then we end up making that payment because we had to, right? I mean, we didn't have to. We could have waited until then, but we wanted to take a discount. So in this case, I'm at 2014 and 1 cents in the hole. Okay. And then we got to
And
take off our discounts.
yeah, coffee brewer. There it is. On the 25th. The discount is 2266, GJ 15. And that would be a credit of, yeah. So that drops it down to 5520 or 5505.
Good. 5505.29.
And the grinder was for 1250. the 1% discount. Right here, $12.50. Okay.
Dropped to $41.45 and 57 cents. Sorry, 41.45.57.
And then we go back to the subsidiary so that we can complete that on Haley Brothers. Now that we have a check number. And we have payment of, we did all of that, the 316 payment on invoice 351. We don't need that, check number 1526. On page 15.
And there you go.
Yeah.
So now you
Okay.
owe Haley Bros nothing.
I think we got everything.
That's everything.
Okay.
Okay. Right? Had nothing to do with inventory, so you don't need to update your inventory worksheet. So let's see what is next. Then it says right here, received check 801 from the corner bookstore for $53.89 for invoice number 102. Anybody? Anybody want to? Do you want anything? I mean, in this case, how do I record a payment from a customer?
You debit checking for the 53.89.
Right.
And accounts receivable.
Yes, in this case, I just received money. So if I received money, I'm going to be increasing my checking account for $53.89. Right? And then because it's a person who owes me money, they're paying off for what they owe.
On accounts receivable. And the note would be the corner bookstore.
Okay. So it'd be
Corner bookstore payment on invoice 102. Check number 801. And you need to put it in the deposits.
for $53.89. Excuse me if you can hear my dogs. Check 801,
Being quiet right now.
53.89, which is precisely why everybody should be able to hear that. Okay, let me format this real quick. I want it accounting style. And again, there you go. Check number 801 for $53.89. I'm not going to deposit it now.
Journal. And we go to the general ledgers. To assets checking.
Okay, whoa. Sorry,
No.
guys. I thought I pulled all the way up. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. It's received payment, invoice 102, check number 801, page 15, 53.89.
And that $53.89 did nothing to my money. I'm still negative $1,960.12. Which in
But
this
we
case,
have
right? But
bills
we
for
also have a line of credit that allows us to go beyond 10,000. So in this case, they're gonna go ahead and if I do end up writing an NSF, at least it went through because they will push up to $10,000. So in this case, let's
Irene and Tim are working their buns off, so we're still good.
yes, okay. So in this 1960 and 12 cents negative, and then we need to also
Go to accounts receivable. Invoice payment on invoice 102, check 801. Page 15 for 53.89.
53.
It's just a little bit over. There we go.
15, 14, 38.
Then we go to subsidiary. In the customers, we find Warner Bookstore.
Let's see. They're making a payment on invoice number 102. So this is what we're looking at right here. But because 102 had an adjustment, they owe us $53.89, which we know because we issued them a new invoice, right? So now they paid us for what they owe us, and again, no opportunity for a discount because in this case, it was we just said 50% COD. You have to pay it in 5 days. So there you go. So that means they should have paid on June 25th, which is today. June 25th. Okay.
Received payment, check number 801, 102, and 15, and we come over to the payment box, and it's 53.89.
Yep, so then therefore they only owe us $194.10, which is the invoice for number 105. Because 102 has been paid for.
And that's all of it, right? I can't think of anything else we haven't covered.
Nope, that's it because we already calculated Albert's commission already. They're just paying for what they owe. So there's no other transactions that are linked to a payment from a customer.
That one's done.
Okay. So I guess we are worried about how much coffee and how much ceramic coffee mugs we are needing. So we're gonna go ahead and do 2 more purchase orders here, even though we haven't received it yet. Okay, so let's throw in those 2 exact purchase orders. So starting with this one, purchase order number 315 is to Atlas Coffee again for more coffee. And let's see.
The prices went up quite a bit this time.
Yes. Maybe that's why we're urging to purchase now. Okay. So in this case, let's see what was the price for the regular coffee.
$140. And cream is $164.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
There you go.
$380.
Okay. 380 is what we're quoted for. And then of course we purchased some ceramic coffee mugs, or ordered ceramic coffee mugs from All Things Ceramic.
And they've gone up to $251. We ordered 100 more. And mugs didn't come out in your item.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Sure that.
Okay, and I guess Albert submits another order. So let's just go ahead and do that one and we'll go on break, okay? So let's go ahead and record that Albert submits another order for Great Restaurant. Once again, Great Restaurant only cares for just the coffee, wanting 78 pounds of coffee and 75 pounds of regular or supreme coffee. So in this case, now that we got to submit another order, at least we're glad we bought another order of coffee. All right. So in this case, let's record this sales order. Right, to Great Restaurant. Okay, today is the 25th. Sales order number 108. Okay. 78 pounds of regular coffee, 75 pounds of supreme coffee to Great Restaurant. So let's look for Great Restaurant. Here they are. And they just want regular and supreme coffee. And a delivery income or delivery charge. So they wanted 78 pounds and 75 pounds of supreme. Okay, for $589.87. That correct? 58587. Okay. All right, so we put our sales order in there. Okay. So when we come back from the break, we'll go ahead and finish off the sales that were completed on the 25th of June. Okay? So let's see, what time is it right